Good morning. I want to look at Ron DeSantis's rant that he's got going, as always. You know, he's always got something to say, some sort of a rant against taking precautions for COVID. So what's going on with DeSantis? Well, first thing I got is he's in meltdown mode, okay? He is in absolute... This is like major bad trip time, okay? Meltdown, bad trip going on with him. The challenge for him, you know, is to continue to get supporters. Give out what the uber right wants to hear, okay? He's playing to the uber right. And that's what he's always done, because his conscious thoughts are about what? Biden, and the way Biden is saying, you know, with the COVID, how to take care of it. Wear masks, stay indoors, okay? So he's got a real problem with this. This is what's ruling his mind consciously. How can I fight against Biden? How can I fight against the masks? How can people don't want to wear masks? They don't want to have to take a shot. So instill fear, you know, continue to do that drama. Fight against Biden at every turn, okay? The way he sees himself, oh, this is another opportunity for me to put something out there. It's another time for me to jump in there, put my 2 cents worth and play to the uber right, okay? Because what we have above it all is, again, I can charge in now, and underneath of it all, I can beat him over the head with a club about COVID. Okay. Subconscious thoughts are about always ruminating about what action he can take next, and what people see going on with it is he rapidly continues to look for something he can rail against. Okay. So he can give some fodder, he can feed the uber right, okay? Feeding time at the zoo. All you snakes come out. I'm gonna feed you, okay? In the past, with him, it's been about, again, financial thing, holding on to financial backing, continuing to have backing. Hopes and fears always about trying to pad his way forward, looking for something that's going to sustain him long term. Okay? So in the short term, he thinks this is going to benefit him. This is what he's working on, keeping his uber right people, the MAGA crowd, happy, you know, giving them something new to chew on and rail against. So now, you know, we're going to rail against Australia. Sure, why not? They're not free. They have lockdown. Yeah, they actually care about people and stopping the virus. Okay? So that's what he's working on. But in the end, he's just not a happy person. Things are going to keep coming down the pike that he doesn't want to hear, doesn't want to see, and he's going to continue to have his meltdown, his meltdown mode going on, and being the unhappy person that he is, because got to deal with life realistically. Okay? So, yeah, it's all about him and his finding another way to rail against COVID, to you know, how dare people How dare you have a lockdown? How dare you make people wear masks? How dare you talk about people getting a vaccine? Okay? So he needs to go back to his bed and have his meltdown and continue to be the unhappy person that he is and trying to sell out to the MAGA crowd, trying to feed them, trying to give him, give us something more, help us to see that, to rail against actual measures that can work. Okay? Desantis is a sad, sad, sad person. And, what is his long-term future like? He's going down. Okay, he's going down. Desantis is going down. People are getting tired of his nonsense. Yeah, all he does is fights. All he does is causes conflict. That's all he does. And trying to find a way for his future. And that loving heart is not for humanity, it's for himself. Okay? He's looking how he can, that heart is the world. How can I conquer the world? And I can have my, the people to rally around me that are going to love me and they're going to be supportive and, but in the end, no. He's going to be alone. He's going to be having to look for a new job, look for a new place. Okay? Yeah, no. Ron DeSantis is going down in the next election. This is his last thing, and he is grasping at straws, grasping at a way to stay in power. Because Florida has been, quite a while, I think quite a bit of a red state, but he's going down. People have had enough of him. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Love and light. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you online.